Technology, one of the world's most useful tools used by humanity. It surely changes our course of history and shaped us to make us become who we are. We've accomplished so much with technology. It has shaped us in many different ways, and we shaped it in many different ways. But what did we do to technology? And what did technology do to us? The birth of technology happened around the same time as the birth of humanity. Our early ancestors, the Homo sapiens, were using tools made of mostly rock and sticks. The use of paintings is also a form of technology of communication, mostly made of various color pigments or monochrome. Fast forward to the 15th century, the most famous Renaissance man invented famous inventions aside from his famous paintings. He was also named Leonardo da Vinci, a man who was ahead of his time with his own creativity and technology. He has changed the face of technology ever since, but the true man who can change technology is Archimedes and his book, The Method. His book about calculus was produced thousands of years before Newton's calculus, but unfortunately, a monk erased the ink from the book just so he can put prayers and religious beliefs within the book. If we still have the book, we could be possibly hundreds or if not thousands of years more advanced than we are right now. According to Felix Richter in 2012, the majority of garbage in China alone, almost 7.3 million metric tons of electronic waste was produced, just below the US at 9.4 million metric tons of electronic waste. It was kind of shocking that we still talk and support about recycling technology and other various things as landfills still rise as I edit and upload this video. But these countries, they're not alone. In 2012, more than 49 tons of electronic waste were generated worldwide. But some companies are combating this by making sure their customers return their older products that are obsolete when they buy a newer product. Websites are dedicated to recycling electronic wastes. School programs are also dedicated to eco-friendly activities. It is our decision that we recycle our electronics before it becomes a part of our future wasteland. Video games. It has been with us and it has grown with us. I mean, it's really kept us in the house for quite some time.
To clarify, I was being a little bit facetious about wanting to get rid of monitors thing. They're actually really quite useful, so I do want to ring. So if you could just avoid smashing them.
Anyways, there are 7,000 million video game copies in the world in 2014. That's more than the population of the human race. The production of plastic for these video games is very high, especially for the gaming consoles. Like the last fact, 9.4 million metric tons of electronics was wasted, and video game consoles and controllers are a part of that. Around 6 billion pounds of gaming consoles are sold in total. It will take 1.4 thousand years for Nintendo to recycle all game consoles that they sold. And most consoles are made with plastic, and it takes 0.4 gallons of oil to make 1 pound of plastic. And most of the plastic does not compose. There are more than 7 billion people in the world. Quite a few of those are people who fought for their country, and they solely depend on technology. But what happens if the technology was suddenly taken over from within a military base, but no enemy has been found using the technology within that base, and that technology was being used to eliminate whoever people in that base? I want to point this out. We were talking about the impact of social media on society, and at the same time, we were talking about this very day around beers and coffee. We were stuck in the building at the Ubisoft Montreal filled with geeks who love technology. Those were the words of Jonathan Morin, the game's creative director of Watch Dogs. Sure, the video game Watch Dogs was really disappointing from most of your opinions, but what caught my eye maybe also caught your eye. was the idea of having control over the city's technology through a smartphone. Ubisoft wanted to depict the ability of hacking through your smartphone or the protagonist's phone as accurate as possible. And the scary thing is that this type of hacking is possible, but cannot fit in a smartphone right now. Someone behind a computer monitor right now can easily cause chaos within a specific region with a press of a button. They can also adjust the weather patterns in a specific region to disturb the surrounding environment, if that kind of technology actually exists. Most of the topics that I share to you are mostly technology, obviously, and the environment, and also conserving the environment. But why do we conserve the environment? Is it because we grow up with it, but at the same time destroying it? Or is it because it is our only home? Why does it matter? Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying to stop caring about it, but I just want to ask if this is all worth it, and it surely is in my opinion. But what if someone pulled the plug? What if someone decided to turn off our universe and that we couldn't observe it? What if someone decided to turn off everything and delete everything right now? Earlier philosophers believed that the reality that we live in right now is an illusion, that if we die, we escape the illusion. Since the environment surrounds us is slowly dying and all of our reality is quote-unquote simulated, won't the person who activated the simulation just repair the damages that we have caused upon our environment? Wouldn't it be easier for us? It's very easy to punch a code in the simulation that will just make our world clean and improve. But that person controlling our simulation knows that we are humans. We humans are resilient, adaptable, intelligent. We, us humans, know what to do when we deal with situations that are thought impossible. We don't stay in one spot forever. We help each other because we do. Even if a hacker launched all the missile silos, even the world is ending, we stay together. If the environment is dying, we stay together to help grow the environment to make it resilient. Technology is vastly growing and connections are rapid. And if someone calls for help, we help. We just need to learn from our mistakes so that we don't have to repeat history's destruction. I learned something from a very smart YouTuber, and he said the brightest colors comes from not just the trees, but also from not giving up, staying resilient, and staying strong. We're like characters in a novel, and the reader is the person who controls the simulation. I don't think that we're gonna be deleted because we're quote-unquote fictional characters that viewers see and love. That the brightest colors is what makes up a very good heart, is what also makes up a very strong fire.